to make this presentation possible. As Dr. Auxilium mentioned, I am very passionate about health. The health is all about bringing wellness to all four aspects of our being. That's physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So I am a yoga, I know I was introduced as a yoga teacher and my work was going to be about yoga. But what I have done here is to make sure that everyone gets some takeaway as to how can we find wellness in all four aspects of our being. Yeah. So what I've planned today is to, first of all, we are going to just start this session by just keeping our eyes closed for a moment and just starting to center ourselves. So all what I ask you to is to keep the spine straight for me and keeping your eyes closed and just take a deep breath in, inhaling. I know some of you may have had a lot of other things to do before you came in for this session. So you may be a little bit stressed, whatever it is. Now you're here and you're going to make the most of it. So wellness to your mind, body, spirit, and your emotions. And that's my passion is. So what we're going to do is going to keep your eyes closed for a moment. So going to take a deep breath in through your nose. As you breathe out, you're going to go, a sighing breath, letting go. And one more time, I'm going to take a deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale out, sighing breath, and feel your shoulders relax a little bit more, letting go. One more breath, in through your nose. And exhaling out through the mouth. And then keep your eyes closed. And then just inhale and exhale through your nose. So we can inhale for the count of 1. That's 1, 2, 3. And exhale out for the count of 3 as well. 1, 2, 3. So just breathe in and out the way you're comfortable. And with every exhalation, see we can just let go a little bit more. Letting go of your shoulders, letting go of any tension, any part of your body. With the exhalation, totally letting go. Totally letting go. So in this faculty, we are learning. We're always evolving. We're always learning new things. So just start to bring your awareness to the crown of our head. And just start to feel a beautiful tingling sensation in the crown of our head. And imagine a ball of white light on top of your head. And then start to feel it reaching down to the scalp of your head, your facial muscles, back of your head, your neck. Feel this white light reaching all the way to your fingertips. And feel it reaching down towards your chest, the back, all the way to your lower back. And feel it, you're sitting down, so just feel this light traveling down very slowly, all the way to your thigh, your knees, your lower legs, all the way to your ankles, and all the way to your feet. And see if you can keep your feet grounded and just start to feel that sensation. You almost feel like you got roots growing from your feet. And feel this root starting to go to the crust of the earth, all the way into the, almost feels like the roots are going all the way to the core of the earth. And feel you're being supported by the earth, by God, universe, whatever that you want to call that, the power. And just start to feel a tingling sensation throughout your body. That's your own energy pulsating. As we are open, and let's become a open channel for divine ideas to flow through us. And let the creativity of the universe now express us through us. Whatever we need to know will be revealed to us. Whatever we need comes to us at the perfect time, space. And all is well in our world. All is well in our world. All is well in our world. So as we start to make the session, I want you to bring the hands together. You can keep your eyes closed. Rub your hands together really, really, rub vigorously, and rub vigorously, and placing your warm hands on your closed eyes. Place. Let that prana shakti go wherever it needs to. One more time, you're going to rub your hands together and just placing your hands on your heart center. Feel the love within you and feel it radiate out too in all directions. And you know, whatever we give out, we get back. It comes back to us multiplied. And then very gently, one more time, I'm going to rub your hands together and just start to just as if you're ready for the session now. Yes, good. Okay, how is everyone feeling? Good? Good, good, good. So I will look into your chats later on. So for now, what I like to do is, because at the end of the session, I'm going to take you through the, I will take you through the yoga and its benefits and so on and so forth. So for now, what I like you to do is, because yoga covers the spiritual, the mental, and the physical aspects of it. But I like you to go a little bit deeper, because there are students, there are teachers. I just like to go into NLP, model of NLP as well. So before I go there, so if I can share the screen, if I may. Okay, can everyone see the screen? Can you give me a yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Okay, so welcome everyone.
Yes,
So for a, yeah, perfect. Okay, so like I said at the beginning, I believe the health is just not only in your body. Health is just not only your mind. Just I find when you bring health to all four aspects of our being, that's your spiritual, emotional, physical, and mental. And whatever you're doing, maybe in your career, in your relationship, whatever it may be, you're going to get benefits. Yeah. So first of all, I'm going to ask you, let me see. Okay, so I like everyone to have a look at this picture that I've put there for you. And I just want you to take about 10 seconds or 15 seconds. And you can tell me what is that you see.
Rat.
Rat. I can hear someone saying rat. Yeah, someone is saying it's a face, old man's face. Someone is saying it's a rat. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, so it is a picture. It is a picture. Very good observation there. So it's the same picture that everyone is looking, and some people are seeing the mouse in it first, and some people are looking it as a face, right? So it is our perception. It is how we look at things. I mean, it's the same thing, you know, like this is where I'm going to go deeper into NLP. Why is it that we tick the way we do? Why is it we behave? We behave the way we do. Yeah. So this is a very good concept for us to get our head around it. So I'll go into the next section. Okay. So this is something that I really love. Wayne Dyer is my mentor. He's passed away, of course, now. So if you change the way you look and look at things, the things you look change. So that's a beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Now here's another little, I beg your pardon. Sorry, guys. Just got a little bit. Let me get this right. Okay. So I just, can everyone see a cube on your screen? Yes? Okay. So what I like you to do now is to look at the screen, just to look at the screen. And then you may say, some of you may, let me get this. And some of you will see the way it's projected out. Of course, it is always our choice. Now, if one side of the cube is shaded, you might see the front of the cube, which is closest to your eyes. Yeah, that's good. Okay, that is because it's closest to your eye. Okay, I just wanted to watch this same thing for 15 seconds. If I can get you to watch this for 15 seconds. Keep just looking at it. And what you will find is that the shape has changed, right? Sorry, this is very, very sensitive here. Just bear with me for a moment. I beg your pardon. Okay, so when you watch it for 15 seconds, you will find the shading has changed. Some of you will say, okay, the shading was in the front. And some of you after 15 seconds, you would have noticed it changed like this or the other way around. So this is where we will notice it's our belief, our perception, our paradigm that makes. So this is why I wanted to think about it. So if we were conditioned by looking at it for 15 seconds, yes, Kalpana, I'm going to come back to you in 1 minute. So we were conditioned by looking at it for 15 seconds, but imagine a lifetime of conditioning and how that will determine our reality of your future. Okay, so what I might have to do is I have to stop sharing and I'll just answer the question. Or can just hold the questions just for a few more minutes, and I will give you a little bit of time and then I will answer all your questions. Yes, sometimes you will find that I will answer the questions anyway during the course. So I'll just go through and I will look at your questions that you're going to ask me soon after this presentation, if that's okay with you. Okay, so again, we have the way we look at things. Yeah, the way we carry different points, different views, the perceptions and beliefs and so on and so forth. So if we want to overcome this, we need to understand how the other person is thinking, doing. And so this is where NLP comes in very, very handy for us to understand. So if you were asking, what is NLP? For some of you, this may be quite a new area that you're looking at. I find that it's amazing because it works with my teaching, my beliefs, my philosophy, working on mind, body, and the spirit and the spiritual. Okay, So when it comes to neuro-linguistic programming, NLP in short, so what does that mean? So as it says, the nervous system, the mind, through which our experiences is processed through our five senses. So your visual is what we see, auditory is what we hear, kinesthetic is what we feel, olfactory is what we smell, and gustatory is what we taste. So there are four senses. And then the linguistic is your language and other non-verbal communication systems through which our neural representations are coded, ordered, and given meanings to. So that includes, so naturally, pictures, sounds, feeling, taste, smell. And the words is self-talk. Sometimes we have a internal talk. Yeah, we're thinking. We're not actually talking, but a lot of things going in our head. So that will be your auditory digital. Auditory digital is whatever that's going through your head. So we are looking at the ability, and then we're looking at the ability to discover and utilize the program that we run, our communication to ourselves and the others. So this may find a little bit quite heavy there. So I will break it down and I'll let you know what it is actually. So what is NLP? Just to put it in a layman's language. So it's a powerful tool that will help accelerate your development and help you live the life you want when you understand it fully. NLP also helps to create change in perception and responsible communication as well. NLP works on the principle that everyone has resources. This is what I love. And like sometimes people make excuses, works on the principle that everyone has all the resources they need to make the positive changes in their own life. This is so true. Everyone, if you really, really go into it, the people will find they have the resources. Very often, they always look at the outside. Oh, I didn't have this. I didn't have that opportunity. That person didn't help me. That person, ignored. All that is outside of us. But when you really, really work on this, they will notice everything is inside us. I will go a little bit deeper in the next section. So everyone has the resources that they need, and also helps you understand how you have created your own reality. Sometimes this will help. So no one is saying you're wrong or you're right, but they will understand that they have created their own internal reality. And also it gives the tool if you need something to be changed for the better. And it gives you the transformation as well, tools for the transformation. So the NLP is how to use the language of the mind consistently and achieve a specific desired outcome. Okay, so when we go into the next screen, this is what I'd like you to show. This is what I want to tell you a little about how we are born and how we are conditioned and so on and so forth. So this is a model of communication, yeah? So when we were born, we are actually, let me go into the next screen so I can just tell you a little bit more about it. When we are born, we are getting, so there are events that comes through our mind because we have got filters. Yeah, so whatever the event may be, so it's getting registered in our mind. Let me go to the next screen. Lost it. Here we are. Beg your pardon there. It's becoming, sorry guys. Okay, let me do this. Okay, so we got certain things coming into our neurology. So we are taking things through our, so all the information is coming through our 5 senses. So that's your hearing, feeling, tasting, touching, and the smell, and the conversation that we have in our mind. All that is coming through our neurology. And so all this information, so we are getting about 6 million bits or pieces of information per second. And our brain can't take all this. Yeah. So we have filters. I've got a little bit of trouble going into the next page, if I can. Sorry guys, that's the picture I want, and it doesn't want to. Okay, here we are. I got it. Okay, so when it comes through our 5 senses, right? And all this is coming in, and 11 million bits or pieces per second. So as it comes through, we got filters in our brain. In our neurology, we have filters. So these filters, actually, whatever that's important for us, our attitude, our values, our beliefs, our meta programs is almost, I can go through this deeper and deeper, but with the time constriction, I'll just say meta programs is something that you're almost like born with, your blueprint. You know, sometimes we work on those, the decisions, memories, language, time, space. So these are all the filters that we have in our body. And then it gets distorted, meaning it gives a different meaning, generalizes, or that is generals, and it deletes this as well. And then what happens is, then we go into the next one. And this is where you are starting to, I'll just bring all of that in. So 6 million per second, and it gets all the information and deletes, distorts according to your value, your belief system, the way you were brought up at home. What did they tell you? Did they at school, did they conditioning? Did they at school, did they call you stupid or idiot? Or did your parents? All that is depending on those values and belief system, it deletes, distorts, and generalizes. And then it goes into a neurology. So it gets internal representation is the 5 senses I was talking about. And out of this, it's able to get 126 bits of piece per second, right? And then it get again depending on our generalization and things like that, per second, you can only get 7 bits of plus or minus 2, meaning depending, it could be 9. So 7 plus 2 is 9. 7 minus 2 is 5. So you might, so this is a good example. If someone said, give me 5 names of chocolates, yeah, within a minute. So maybe if you were given 1 whole minute or 2 minutes, you might be able to bring all that in. Within a second, you are able to only think of a few, and you will go, because our mind, our neurology is able to only absorb that many, okay? And then all that goes into why am I saying this is to understand how from the time we were born, when we went to school, and all our authority figures. I mean, most of them, they were well-meaning people, right? But sometimes the way we were brought up in a certain way, and certain messages was instilled in our mind. So whenever we look at someone, we look at with that different perception, like what I said before, perception is projection. So for example, let me take this. Say for example, I'll take one example as winning a lottery. say, okay, so winning a lottery, and you're looking at the thing and you're saying, oh yes, yes, I've got a lottery, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. You know, so that's the feeling goes into a neurology. And depending on your past condition, say if you were born in a family that they were money conscious or money poverty conscious, something, and they would say, no, 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 you can't spend that money, you got to keep it. You know, depending on, for this is only an example, right? So depending on that person, because they're deleting certain messages, distorting and generalizing, and some people may go on to, they know their behavior becomes different. Yes, so this you can understand. I mean, this is only an example. Okay, so someone who understands money, who have been, you know, and they might think, oh, okay, I will invest this money and it will make more money for me. Someone who were brought up in a, whatever we have to give it out, we have to share it out. There's nothing right or wrong. All what I'm saying is, it is a conditioning, how we react, how we perceive things. Yeah, so that person might think, oh, okay, I know that family doesn't have much money and so on and so forth, and they will do things differently. Yeah, so yeah, so that is in short form, that is that's about the perception. I'm just looking at the time, so I know we are in Sydney time, so I'm just trying to think what is the right time now. Okay, so I'll just keep going with the next one. So okay, here I'm going to come into something totally different, and this is where I'm going to talk about our comfort zone. Yeah, so again, the comfort zone, the gray area that you're looking at is where we want to be, where we like to be. Yeah, so actually what I might do, I might just stop there and I might just come back to I might go back. Sorry guys, got a bit of a problem there. I think I'm sharing my whole screen there. Okay, I'm going to stop share that. Okay, so I'm going to, if there's anyone who has got a question before I go into the next section, is there anyone? I know there are lots of chats there, so I will have a quick look to see. Yep, that's good. Some people are saying it keeps on changing. That's great. Voice is not audible. So can not anyone hear my voice okay?
So it's fine, yeah, it's fine. It's fine, ma'am.
No, because I just thought the voice is coming okay, Dinesh?
Yes, yes, it's fine.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, beautiful. Other voice is fine. Okay. So, great, thank you. Because when you mute everyone, that's really good, because then there are no disruption. So let me see what the, so is there anyone wanting any feelings and emotions? Okay, what's the difference of feeling and emotions? Emotions are like, major emotions are like anger, fear, guilt, revenge, and there are certain things that you feel the emotions. Yes, the feeling. That's a good question. The feeling is, what does that emotion makes us feel? Example, it's kind of linked to one another, right? The feeling is, we are feeling sad, anger, that's all feeling, and that's the emotions as well. And so basically I would say, I'll come back to that. I like to just give a little bit more clarification, so I will come back soon after to let you know a little bit more. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Excellent session, fruitful session. Thank you. And that's beautiful. I really, how to overcome emotion? That is very good question. Yes. And what's the other one? What is the difference between anxiety and concern? Anxiety is, concern is something that you may be concerned to know how is the other person is feeling, right? And anxiety is something that it's like almost close to almost like a phobia. It can be even phobia, anxiety. So concern is milder version. So I wouldn't, yeah. And good. Okay. So what was the question again? But how do you emotions? How do you overcome from some emotions? See, I believe so. There are certain things that are imprinted in our mind, right? And we need to feel the emotions. Sometimes we've been taught, no, don't talk too much about it. No. And we sweep it under the carpet. And what happens is it's going to be sitting there festering, because sometimes we are taught, oh, we are really good people. We shouldn't be angry. We shouldn't be, sometimes anger, not habitual anger, like habitual anger is every time someone is angry. Even when they speak about something, they're angry, yeah? That's not the anger that I'm talking about. That, of course, we have to become aware and start to work on it. How can we be more effective in our talking? So emotions need to be felt, and then sometimes we are pushing it away, and we are not bringing it up. So very often we have to feel the emotions. We have to feel the emotion. We have to feel it to heal it, right? We need to heal our body, our mind, our emotions, and our spiritual as well. And then that's when you bring all of them comes in, and then you are really feeling that beautiful abundant energy. When you're in that space, everything that you want comes to you. Believe me, everything that you have in your heart comes to you, because you have that beautiful, no anger. Because emotions, I don't have the time to go through how we do emotional release, because there are different techniques and um, techniques and tools how to let go of emotions. But it is a really good area to look into, because people sometimes they push everything under the carpet. No, I don't want to deal with it now. You know why? That is because your unconscious mind, when it's not ready for it, unconscious mind wants to make sure that you're healthy and everything. It doesn't want to bring out certain emotions. It could be something, could be when you were in your mother's womb, or just when you were born. All that is getting imprinted in your mind, in your brain, as strange as it may seem. And sometimes we don't even, something may happen when you were a child, when you were a teenager, and all that we are holding on to us. Okay, I'll just tell you just a simple emotional cleansing, okay, through meditation. You can bring that person into your letting go. First of all, maybe getting a journal and writing all the emotions that you're feeling. Yeah. And if you're ready to, if that's someone who has done something to you or been hurtful or whatever, write that down as well. And this is one of the rituals I love. I don't know how, I love rituals, by the way. I just love rituals. So if there's someone, you write everything down, because forgiveness is the way to love, right? So when we're holding on to grudges, and we are all human beings. We are all human beings. It's a natural thing to hold on to that. So I would write everything that's really upsetting me and things like that. And then you just make sure that you're doing this safely, maybe in a little bucket, iron bucket or something. You tear it and burn it and release, let go. There are many, there are lots of questions coming through. So your mind is what's your neurology, what's going on in your mind. Yes, your heart is mostly the emotions comes in through your heart. Someone was asking the question about the emotion. I believe there's emotion. There are lots and lots of emotions, right? If you really want to step into a higher place, there are two main emotions we choose regularly. One is the emotion of love, or we choose the emotions of fear. Yeah, fear. Because when you think about anything at all, if you just take a little bit of time and then you look at the way you act, the way we went through the NLP, like all that programming, the condition that's in your mind going through. And you will notice either you're doing whatever you're doing, you're doing it with love or with fear. Yeah? So just make sure that whatever you're doing do it with love, and just start to feel the love coming from your heart. So someone asked what's the difference between your mind and your heart. So the heart is the emotion that's coming in. I'll be going into your mind in a little bit soon after the questions. I'm just looking at the questions and I will go back to it. So the mind, I will explain a little bit more deeper, which is very, very interesting. And I really love you to make sure that you take a lot of takeaway from this session. So thank you. Beautifully explained. Thank you very much. Yeah. So what I might do now, so if there's anything else, thank you. That is so lovely. Okay. So what I might do is, what I'm saying is, make sure the emotion, always make sure that emotion of love, it is radiating from your heart into what can we do to help others. What is it that the moment you are thinking that way, everything, there's one of Louis say, I'm licensed teacher of Louis as well. One of her philosophies is what we give out, it comes back multiplied always. You will find that in spiritual text, your scriptures, but do unto others what you would have them do unto you. And in the spiritual one, you may find what goes around comes around, karma, all that kind of thing. Yes, that is so true. That is so true. And so what I might do is to, because of the timing, what I might do, yeah. So what I might just keep going, and if there's anything, thank you. Where the love generates, heart or the brain? Yeah, that's a good question too. Definitely love is from the heart. Love is from the heart. You know what? People very often logical, very, very logical in their brain. So I won't go too much into it because I've got a session about your conscious and your subconscious mind. I will go a little bit deeper into it. Yeah. So what I might do is now is, how about we take just 5 minutes break? And where's Dinesh? Is it okay, Dinesh, if we can take 5 minutes break and I will go to the next section?
Yeah, please.
Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, just 5 minutes break, and I hope the prayer meditation is the best meditation to anger and emotion. I think so. Yep. Yep. That is very, very good. Prayers is definitely you surrender everything. What I do is I bring whatever that person or the incident, and with my prayers, I offer it. You know what, when you think everyone is doing the things with their understanding, with their knowledge, with their awareness. And when you think that way, you can't get angry with them because you know that they are doing with their limited beliefs, with their limited understanding, with their limited awareness. Yeah. So when you think of it, okay, it is hard because we are all human beings. We, like when someone compliments us, it's all good. Yes, yes, yes. And then it's like a Teflon pan. Yeah. It all slides off. All the compliments you give. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. But when someone says something really nasty to you, or someone said something bad, that's like a Velcro. It sticks on it. Oh, that person said this. I can't let go. I lied. I can't let go. That is a human nature. That is a human nature. So as we evolving in our mind, your body, your spirit, and this is where it's going to be working on, we are moving into a different level altogether. So Dinesh, what I might do is I might take just 5 minutes break, and I will come back in 5 minutes if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you. And participants, please be in line and wait in line. So we'll have some videos to share for you. So maybe she will join back in 5 minutes. And I'm just I'm just allowing the participants to unmute themselves now, just for the sake of the organizers, if they want to speak anything. In between, I'll just share my screen for any of the presentations.
Lovely, Dinesh. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most.
There's a pattern to genius. There's a method behind the magic. I always tell people
I didn't fall back. I walked out. I just got back from South Africa. It's a beautiful country, but there are places there with terrible poverty that need help. And Africa is just the tip of the iceberg. The Middle East needs your help. Japan needs your help. Alabama needs your help. Tennessee needs your help. Louisiana needs your help. Philadelphia needs your help. The world needs a lot, and we need it from you. We really do. We need it from you young people. I mean, I'm not speaking for the rest of us up here, but I know I'm getting a little grayer. We need it from you, the young people, because remember this. You got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. What are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors, some of you are theologians, nurses, sociologists, some of you have money, some of you have patience, some of you have kindness, some of you have love, some of you have the gift of long suffering.
What a great video. Really, really inspiring. That's beautiful. That's exactly, are we okay to go, Dinesh? Are
yes,
we good?
yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was a really awesome video. Exactly what I was going to talk about, and perfect timing, perfect timing. Okay, so there were a few questions. So maybe, thank you. I think someone said, if someone is harming you continuously and you are comparatively weaker, how to ignore or carry on how to overcome this situation. That is exactly what I'm going to be showing you. That is where, whether we are in a cause or effect. Yeah. So when I show that video and explain to you a little about it, and if you let that person do whatever you want to and you're reacting to it, because that means you're letting that person do it, right? Yeah, I hope I answered that question to you. But anyway, let me quickly bring my thing back on again. So the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. Am I sharing the screen right now?
Not yet.
Am I sharing the screen?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Let me go back. Okay, I might have to quickly stroll through this. So where did we stop? Yeah, we saw the communication model. Okay. So this is exactly what we saw in the video previously, yeah? He was amazing. So sometimes we are stuck in this gray zone, right? That is your comfort zone. This is our really a comfort zone. Very often we are afraid, because not only afraid, we don't know how to, because comfort zone is familiar and we want to be there. And because of our conditioning, like I said before at the beginning, our NLP shows I showed you, each one has got different way how they're perceiving things, yeah, and they always stay in this gray zone, yeah, comfort zone, because they don't want to go out of it. And this is where our soul, our spirit, everything wants to expand. It wants to expand, explore, right? And when you're in this comfort zone, when you're, see, for me, for example, to be honest, before COVID-19 pandemic, I was doing a little bit of online training and stuff like that, not PowerPoint presentation. It was not a comfort zone for me. I'm just being honest. And only for the last couple of times, just I had to get out of my comfort zone to do this. Thank goodness my husband helped me as well. But of course, yeah, so we have to step out of our comfort zone. It may feel a little bit, you know, like I said, your spirit, it wants to expand, it wants to explore. If you fall, it doesn't matter. If you fail, doesn't matter. You get up and do it again, do it again. So this is what will happen when you're in the gray zone, yeah? Because everything wants to expand, but you're stuck here. One day what will happen is you'll hit rock bottom, and that's when you think, no, I can't be in this situation anymore. I got to do something different. I've got to do something different, and you're coming up, right? And then you're there, and then you know this is not a good place, and then you're going, okay, let me do something different. I have to go, you know, beyond my comfort zone. You're doing it, and then you may fail or something, and then you come back again down into the comfort zone, yeah? But this is what it's saying, right? I wish I could be there, but I'm too scared to change anything. So comfort zone, sorry guys. Here we are. Okay, so this is where we have to make sure. We may be caught there if you're in our procrastination. Sometimes we don't know that we are doing that. Okay, so let me quickly do this, okay? Focus on what you want. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. You are right. I love this saying. And also, I'm trying to think, yeah, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. And this is where your thoughts are so important for us, thinking positive thoughts. very often. Not only thinking of positive thoughts, but of course we have to take action as well. Okay. So this is where need to focus. Yeah. So someone asked, what do I do? What do I do if someone keeps, doing the things over and over again? So this is why I like to talk about cause and effect. So I'm a life coach. So most of the time when people come to me, I know they're on the effect side. Yeah. Because my job is from there to take them to the cause side, to be able to take responsibilities for their behavior, what they do and what they say, and so on and so forth. So effects will have always, they will be giving reasons. Oh, I couldn't go, for example, if you're into a health program, and I say, okay, 20 minutes of walk, at least, if they're not very active, at least 20 minutes of walk. And the reasons they will give is why they didn't go for a walk is, oh, it looked like it was going to rain. My body was hurting me. So I thought everything is excuses. Yeah. So we are giving reasons to why we can't go onto the cause side. So cause sides, when you're on your cause side, when you take responsibilities, wherever you are right now, you think what I have, where I am right now is all my decisions, all the decisions I've made, all the activities I've done. That's what it's making me. So from your effect, if you go on to the cause, all what we are going to have is empowerment, and that's what I like you to be, and that's what I want you to be. So the moment, every time you think, am I in the cause or effect? Am I blaming someone? Oh, this is not right, that's not right, that is the effect. Yeah. The moment we think, oh no, I have to be on the cause side of everything, I am responsible for my life, I have to do things for myself, and then all your results grow and you have the empowerment. So I just want you to take a moment and think, which side are you on? Really think about it. Yeah, which side you are on. I really hope just one little takeaway today, if you can, just be on the cause. Try and be on the cause side, okay. So here I am just going to show you the example of what is cause and what is effect. The cause will be, I influence and take responsibility for everything that happens in my life. And effect will be something like, my life is random, I can't affect or control what others say or do. So the moment you say, I can't affect what others are doing, that means you're putting the responsibility on that person. Yeah. You're telling them, I have no control over you. So that is behind the effect. What we need to do is, from your effect, we have to move into the cause. And you're saying to myself, anger is not a bad thing. Anger is, I know people say, oh, no. We spiritual people, yoga people say, no, we can't get angry. No, it's all right to get angry. You know why? You are giving them boundary. When you show anger, the moment they cross that line, you got to show some anger. So you have a boundary and they have a boundary. No, that's not accepted. You can't cross that line. You are giving them a boundary. Yeah. So to work on. So, and then I run my business. So the cause is, this is good because now with the COVID, a lot of people say, I run my business the way I want. What's pandemic? What's COVID? For me, from the 23rd of March is the time that everything locked down in our place. From the 23rd of March, I've been working so hard, not only because I'm just want to expand. I remember there were like some meetings in India at, it was 9 o'clock in India, 9 p.m. in India on Friday, which means I had to get up at 2:30 in the morning. I don't know, there are some colors coming in, guys. Dinesh, I don't know what's going on there. I'm not doing it. So there's a little bit of a scribble happening. So the effect is there is a recession on which I can't control, yeah? So these are the causes and effect. I'm responsible for maintaining my relationship in my life. No one is responsible, I am responsible. And others, they may say, there's no way I can control what others say or do. There is, it is possible. Yeah? So this is where I said, I accept that I have had an influence over everything that has happened in my life, and you're taking responsibility for it. Otherwise, if you're in affect state, you might say, oh God, I couldn't, you know, all this is happening to me. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that COVID pandemic happened. You know, it's not my fault that the place is closed down. It doesn't matter what's happening outside of us. We can still have a control. We can, either you can just marathon, just looking at Netflix or something and going on, or use this time to do something really, really worthwhile and really, really step out of your comfort zone and see what the life has to offer you. Okay, so I'm going to quickly, oh my goodness, time flies. So the SMART goals, yeah? So I'm going to just ask you, I know you may have seen this before. So I just like you to set a goal. Yeah, just promise yourself today, you're going to set a goal. Just to set a goal for, normally this, I can go into details with this, but to simplify this, can I ask you to go home? When you go home, I want you to set a goal. Set a goal for 1 week. Start with 1 month. Yeah, in 30 days, what is it you're going to do? The big things. And then from 30 days, what you have to have achieved in 3 weeks. And then you say, what am I going to achieve in a week? Okay. So you have to be, you have to keep it very simple. And you have to be, sorry, and it has to be measurable, meaningful to you. And also, you know, how do you eat an elephant? How do you eat an elephant? That is, you probably have seen that, right? You got to cut it into small bite pieces to eat even an elephant. Like when you look at an elephant, it look like mammoth. Oh my God, how am I going to do this? Yeah. So and then when you cut it in any project, when you make it into smaller bites, it is achievable, it is possible, and it's realistic and responsible. And the time, and just make sure you write a time. Make sure, write. I love writing because there's something, energy that comes through your hand when you're writing with intention, and then there's an energy that you put it in, and then see if you can stick to that goal. So like this is exactly what I said before, simple but stated in the positive. Yeah, measurable, meaningful to you, as if it's achievable. All areas of life, realistic, responsible, ecology. Ecology is something, it is beneficial for me, for sure. Is it beneficial for our community? Is it beneficial for our country? Is it beneficial for our ocean? Is it beneficial? We have to look at those things as well. That's ecology. Okay? And time towards what you want. Okay. For the people that had some questions about your mind, what is your mind and your heart? So I said heart is coming with the emotions like heart, love, fear, and that kind of things. And this is something that I like to really, really passionate about. And it really, you may know this, but I've done a lot of studies in this, but for the time limitation, I'm going to talk about the conscious and the subconscious mind. So you can see a ocean, and you can see an iceberg on top. And there's a huge, this is the tip of the iceberg, right? This is the tip of the iceberg that you see. But what's underneath here is huge, it's huge. And that's your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. is just the tip of the. So very often you will find your conscious, when you're in the conscious mind, that's when you're waking state, when you wake up in the morning and then you think, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do, yeah, you're always thinking, I got to do this, yeah. So that's your conscious mind, and that's, we are in your beta state. There are 5 brainwave states, but for now, and your subconscious mind is the one that's, let me just show you another one. So you can see that I just put this here for you in the morning, because I told Dr. Auxilium that I'm going to talk a little bit about conscious and subconscious mind, because I really, really want you to think a little bit differently and really work on this as well. So I like to think of it as conscious mind. It's your goal setter. You're saying, I want to do this, I want to do that. Yeah. But your subconscious mind is your goal getter. Yeah, I'll explain a little bit more. So we got the analogy of the brain. We got 2 hemispheres of our brain. The left side is to be logical and analytical, and you will find like engineers, doctors, lawyers very often use the left side of the brain, and the right side is more irrational, creative, which we need as well. Yeah, so this is where your creative juices come in, and I think in this kind of environment, we are using a lot of your creative activities. Here's something that I'm sorry guys, I'm just going back again. Let me see if I think I don't have that out yet. Okay, to quickly say, it's I think it was Bruce Lipton. He was in Stanford University. He's one of the thought leaders, absolute thought leaders, who's bridging the spirituality with science. Yeah, and he came up with, he said that the conscious mind has power to create what you want. Yeah, 1 to 5%. Isn't that amazing? And here we are. I studied in India for a few years as well. Everything we had to by heart, memorize it. I still remember doing physics, and I did not understand any of it. This is going back nearly 20 years ago, I guess. I just did not understand anything, but I had to by heart it, yeah. Because, and then I was thinking, oh my God, why can't I understand anything? Anyway, coming back to this. Yeah, so conscious mind has got only 1 to 5% of power to create what you want, but you can use your subconscious mind, and this is what Bruce Lipton said. Yeah, 95% to create what you want in our lives. So we, like I said before, we have brainwave states, namely gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. So I'll be talking about only the 2 brainwave states today, because so beta wave state is the when we wake up, you're in the beta wave brainwave state, and alpha waves is your resting state, and that's when you can get direct access to your subconscious mind. Okay, so yeah, we still got time. Let me. Okay, so how do we get to our subconscious mind? Yes, you may be wondering, how do I get to the subconscious mind? So this is where I will take you to the next step. So what I'm going to do here is, yeah, and I will give a little bit of time for your questions, and I will answer your questions as well. So what I might do, we'll keep this here for a moment, and I'd like it to show you how to get your subconscious mind. That is through, yeah, here we are. Okay, so for example, let me just quickly finish it instead of coming back to this again. So I said your left side is more logical, analytical, and science, mathematics, and so on and so forth. And your right side of the brain is more irrational, and that performs tasks that have to do with creativity, like arts, music. That's all good. Now, I just like you to think, For example, I just wanted to think, let's say you started the year. Very often people start the year with lots of resolutions, right? Yeah. So I just wanted to think of maybe your resolution was to get fitter, losing weight, or sometimes it can be gaining weight as well. Yeah, it doesn't have to be always losing weight. So if you're underweight, maybe it's gaining weight in some cases. And then you may have thought, okay, I know meditation is so good for me. I am going to meditate every day for 20 minutes. Whatever resolution that you took. Okay, this is every year on the 1st of January, 31st of December, we all are all pumped up, right? All pumped up to make resolutions. So I just wanted to think, how many times have you reached that goal right now? Some of you are really, really good, persistent, and you're really committed to it. When you say commitment is not only you do it when it's comfortable for you, commitment is hail, rain or shine, you do it anyway. Yeah, that is commitment. So I just wanted to think how many times, if you have reached your goals, give yourself a big pat. Yeah, you're really, really good. So obviously you've done something really well, and give yourself a pat. Very often I hear people, they say, oh, yes, I start with all these big ideas and everything. And you know what, Pauline? As the time goes, I don't get the results I want. Do you know why? That is because we are relying on our conscious mind. It's all happening in our conscious mind. I have to do this, I will do this. And then say your motivation is to run for 10 minutes. The next day you think, oh, my body's hurting. I don't think I can run. Everything is in a conscious mind. But the way, if I can tell you how to get into your subconscious mind, yeah, you will find you'll be able to set your goals and achieve it as well. So staying on your conscious level, just give me a minute. Okay, so like I said, Bruce Lipton, who was actually a former professor at the University of Wisconsin Medical School. And also he was at the Stanford University as well. He's an international recognized leader in bridging the science and spiritual. I'm writing a book and it's all about spiritual and scientific, how to get wellness in all 4 aspects of our life. And he resonates with me. Like I said, I think I've said all about 1%, how 1 to 5% is the power that we use in a conscious mind, and 95% of the time your subconscious mind is your master. Always remember, your subconscious mind is your master. It is your subconscious mind ultimately casts the deciding votes as to how much success, money, fitness, freedom you want to experience in your life. Yeah, so it's a very good thing to understand. It's scientifically proven, right? So it's worth it. So that's why I thought I told Dr. Auxilium Anton that I will bring this in. This will be good for the students to grab whatever they can actually take away. So if something is not working in our life, the biggest problem we have is when we have to change your subconscious beliefs. Yeah, because subconscious, like I said in the beginning of the seminar, that subconscious belief is rooted inside. It's almost like a blueprint. We are conditioned, we are programmed. How your 11 pieces of information comes in, it gets deleted, distorted, and generalized. And your internal representation, how it's working, that's all in your subconscious mind. Yeah, for each one it's different. So we looked at the NLP model communication. So it is the blueprint that is influencing our action today, right now. So it is programmed. So all this is programmed at your subconscious level. So you may want to know, how do we get directly access to a subconscious? So like I showed earlier, we have 5 brainwave states, namely gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. Yeah. So I'll be looking at only the beta and the alpha brain state for now. So like I said, let me get that. Yeah. So this is where, like I said, your conscious and unconscious mind. So the top layer here is when we are in your beta state. Yeah, when we are awake and we're doing stuff and things like that, that's your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the master. This one area here. Can you see how big it is? That is your subconscious mind. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you know how to make use of it? It would be, wouldn't it? Yeah. So so we know that beta is your waking state, yeah, and when we go about our business, we are in the morning, and alpha waves is indicate your brain is at the resting state. So we are wondering, to become more effective and problem solver, how do we become a real more effective and a problem solver with a laser focused attention? We have to train to be in a alpha state, yes, because we want to use that subconscious mind. How can we have a razor sharp mind? And also you may wonder, how do we break these barriers to create, how do we break down all these barriers to creativity? So you got this oval. Sometimes we don't realize it. Most of the things we are doing it unconsciously. Yeah, most of the times we operating in an unconscious level. We don't even think and realize it. And that's why meditation comes in, because it will prop up all the things sometimes we need to know. So sometimes we are, there's like a barrier that gets created, I think. It's the overly logical, overly critical, overly analytical, and habitual thinking. I mean, I'm not saying anything is right or wrong. I'm not saying anything is right or wrong. All what I'm saying is, how can we make use of our subconscious mind to make us feel? In some professions, we have to be there. We have to do that. In some profession, there's no, but we can balance it out. We can balance it out, maybe even if it feels so difficult. This is where, like I said before, we're coming out of a comfort zone. Just taking about 10-15 minutes, just sit down in a nice quiet place, just take a couple of breathing in and out, just go deep within. And this is finding that balance, basically. Yeah, so it's good for your mind, good for your emotions, physical, and so on and so forth. So you may wonder, how do we get to the alpha state? Yeah, okay. So it is through our visualization and meditation. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you the yoga session, and then I will finish off this session with a visualization meditation for you. Yeah, I think that might be the best way to do it. Okay, so we looked at it. So India is the home of yoga, right? So I've just only taken some points where yoga is important for us, because I just wanted to make sure that I do give a little bit of the meditations for you and be able to answer your question. You know what? I'm so passionate about yoga. Absolutely passionate about yoga. Whatever country I've traveled to, I'm blessed. I'm blessed because I've traveled many places in the world. And every time I go anywhere, west, east, north, south, wherever you go, I always find a yoga student, or a yoga class. And I find that really, really comforting for me. And yeah. So, so what is yoga? So yoga is it's as we know, 5,000 years from India originally, is to tone your thank for all those teachers who went before us and gave us this beautiful discipline. And it is to practice to tone your body and relax your mind, and thus bringing your mind and body into a blissful harmony. You know, very often people come and say, oh, Pauline, I can't do yoga because I can't take my leg around my shoulders and touch the nose. Yoga is not about that at all. Yes, yoga is not about that at all. So even if you just sit down, just do a little bit of stretching. That's all what I'm asking you to do. Just 5 to 10 minutes. That's all what I'm asking you to do. And a lot of people come, some of them come to my yoga classes for, like really heavy workout and things like that. I know that they're, and I just tell them, yoga has got 8 limbs, and your asanas, your postures is only 1/8. And they go, And yeah. So anyway, so for the time limitation, I'm going to quickly say, so it's got 8 limbs. So yama is your attitude towards others and the environment. What is it can we do? So we can sit down and talk about it a lot, but I'll just go through that. Niyama is attitude towards you. And this is something I want to say, guys. I think people are getting more and more aware of this. Before you do anything to anyone else, you need to love yourself. Love yourself. I was brought up in a Catholic religion, right? Catholic, and my dad was a very, very strong Catholic. And he always taught us that we have to do things for others before we do things for ourselves. So when I grew up, even to buy a dress, if I see someone suffering in Africa, and I used to feel guilty when to buy, should I be buying it? Oh, it's so guilty, I'm not talking about material things, but anyway, loving yourself is one thing that you can do. It's like, think of a oil lamp, right? When the wick is burning, and if there's no oil, it can't give light because the wick can't reach the oil because there's no oil. Think of yourself like that. You need to look after yourself. Don't think it is as a vanity. Don't think of it as a being vain or nothing like that, but taking time for yourself, looking after yourself, looking after you, feeding good food, eating good food that's nourishing for you, always having a lot of greeny vegetables and, all, and not just drinking soda water and, anyway, taking too much sugar and so on and so forth. Anyway, I know I've got a sweet tooth, so I know what it's like, but we can change all that, yeah? So another takeaway for you today, man or a woman, you got to love yourself, yeah? Love yourself. And that's another thing with Louise said when I did a program, and that was like an eye-opener for me. Oh my God, really? To love myself? It was so different. That was, okay. So again, your pranayama, your breath control and withdrawal of senses, concentration, this is all good. Yeah. So if you want to go deep into it, you can go find a teacher that's close to you, and please see whether it's, I would say yoga is not one size fits all. You got to find a teacher that suits you. Yeah. You got to make sure that you find a teacher that suits you, and then you can go deep into those things. And why I like it's a stress, we all know, right? It's a fact of life. In our 21st century, most countries are using it as stress buster. So it's not a fad, it's proven. And also yoga tackles stress in many levels. So the postures, asanas, when you do a posture, it's making your body stronger, more flexible, functioning better. And also, the beauty of it is it's resistant to disease and other physical problem as well. So even if it is small, stretching your spine, I love the spine, even if you just cat and, I don't know how you call it in India, in other countries, cat and cow, cat stretch, yes, just doing the spine stretch. And just taking a couple of moments. So I'll be doing the meditation in a moment. Yeah. And then we can consciously channel, because I believe your prana, your life force, was given to you when you were born, and it is going to be there till you leave this planet. Yes. So we need to make it work to nourish our body, consciously channel the flow of life force prana in and out of your body. And physiologically, deep breathing sends signals to each cell of your body to relax. Isn't that beautiful? We don't consciously know that. But when you think, when you take a deep breath in, you just say to your mind, say, I'm breathing in. I'm sending all this oxygen to every cell of my body. I'm letting it heal wherever it needs to heal. Yeah. Also, yoga is a healing power. It's a great, great asset to a healthy body. But it can also, let me just take this note here, benefit the body, and that needs healing. A healthy body consists of a healthy habits, maintenance of the body. So even if you're going for a walk or doing yoga, whatever it is, do something, physical, that's good. And also what I like about yoga is soon after yoga, and they come and say, oh, Pauline, that was so beautiful. And that's the calmness of the spirit. You can invite the all spiritual being, right? And we can just get the divine essence, God's love, come into our body, into your mind, into your body, into your spirit, into every cell of your body. So yoga is a preventive measure, as well as I really, if you, I mean, India is full of yoga teachers, right? Please find someone close to you and at least keep trying. And then if it's not possible for you, get a video and try a little bit. That is coming out of your comfort zone. That is loving yourself. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off here, and I'm going to, maybe I will do the meditation, and then I will finish it off here, and then we'll see how we going to go with the questions and answers. How does it sound? Yeah. Okay. So let me see if I can. Okay, there's more to, yeah, this is exactly what I said. Your spine is very, very important for us. Yes. So this is where I always tell my students, when you keep your spine nice and flexible and healthy, your whole body will look healthy and young as well. As we know, it's good for your circulation, digestion, respiration. So each posture, when you're compressing, you're working on your organs as well. Yeah. And it got so many benefits. So I will ask you to check it out. Okay, now it is time for us to go into a meditation. So if you're there, I just want you to get up, please get up. And then I just want you to stretch your body. And then you lean on one side and lean out to the other side. Just get up, stand up and stretch. And then when you come back, you sit down, take a comfortable position that feels right for you. And then see if we can keep your eyes closed. Closing your eyes. And just, we are going to start to go within. So you can keep your spine straight if you can. As you keep your spine straight, keeping your eyes closed and gently letting go. Take a deep breath in through your nose and breathing out, letting go. So you can take another deep breath in, breathing out, letting go even more. And so we can inhale for the count of 3 and exhale out for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, breathing out. 1, 2, 3. So it doesn't have to be huge breaths. Just inhale and exhale the way your body wants to. First of all, this is your visualization meditation, and this is where, as you breathe in and out, as you inhale energy, vitality into your body. As you exhale out all tension, stress from your mind, from your body, every cell of your body. Just say to yourself, I'm totally willing to release, let go of all tension, stress from my mind and from my body. Every cell of my body, my emotions, I'm letting go of my emotions. Breathing in and out. With every exhalation, start to feel your shoulders relax and letting go. As you breathe in and out, letting go even more. I just want to imagine, I know some of you said that you want to work on certain emotions, certain people. And here's a meditation for you, or even the others. You can use this in any scenarios. I just want you to imagine yourself in a situation that has in the past caused stress. Just bring that scenario into your mind. You may be able to visualize it. Some of you are visually oriented. You'll be able to see the pictures clearly. If you're not, it's okay. Just imagine, just pretend you can see it, right? You can easily trick your subconscious mind in doing so. So picture the situation and the other people involved. Just bring into your mind whatever that situation has been bothering you, upsetting you, causing you stress. Picture the situation and the others involved. Now see yourself there and notice a slight shimmer of light between yourself and those other people. Shimmer of light between yourself and the others. A sort of bubble around you. So what I'm trying to say is, just imagine you're inside a bubble. This is your protective bubble that you have reflected. This is your protective bubbles that any reflection from the others, negative feeling from the others, are just going to be bounced back to them. So anytime you're in a situation that you find someone else is taking control and you're not feeling comfortable, something that I want you to do in the morning, just sit for a moment and just imagine you're creating a bubble around yourself. And with that bubble you go and you promise yourself there's nothing will disturb the peace of mind. Just take that attitude and go out. It doesn't matter what happens around you, you will be calm. No one can upset you. No one can get into you. As you have this protective bubble around you, you're able to get on with the tasks, with your life, with an inner strength and calmness that surprises you. And you may even think at the end of the day, the same situation, I've experienced this before, it has upset me. Just make it a habit. that you always do a meditation, surround yourself with a protective bubble around you, and promise yourself that nothing will disturb the peace of mind. And it will allow only those people and the feeling that are positive and helpful for you. You can say, I will let that all the positive feeling to come to me, but anything negative is going to stay out. It's going to bounce back to them. You are protected in this bubble. Just imagine yourself in this bubble. As you continue to keep things in perspective and to deal with the things calmly and methodically, you're able to see the way forward. You're able to see the way forward clearly. You're able to solve problems, find ways around difficulties by using your own inner resources and strengths. Now you want to visualize yourself talking to someone who has been causing tension in your life. Find yourself telling them what they are doing is unhelpful. Just this is in your mind, right? This is all going in your mind. Just visualizing yourself. This is a good time for you to tell everything that you want to say. How they are behaving and how they are very unhelpful in resolving the problem or difficulty. And find yourself able to let them know in such a way that they can accept this without offense. So in your mind, you're picturing this person is listening to you and you're thinking, oh, maybe, or you can imagine you and the other person who have got trouble there having this argument, and there's a third person. They will look at the scenario differently. So as you talking to them in such a way, you're calm and collective. You're telling them exactly what they're doing to you, how this is a problem, how it's making things difficult. And you're in your mind's eye and you can see them say, okay, I understand that what you're saying. I accept it. Find your own calmness and control, a strength that supports you. And also you can tell someone if too much is expected or explain why. See yourself in that situation, calmly explaining the areas of difficulty. So these are all about. So what I'm going to ask you now in the next image, just whatever that's been upsetting you lately, you're going to push out through the same protective bubbles all the emotions that are unhelpful. Past resentments, hurt, embarrassment, whatever it is, you're pushing it out, pushing out of the bubble, where they can no longer limit or harm you. You're now better able to control the way you feel and react. The bubble stays with you and enables you to remain control, keeping things in perspective. I love this prayer. God, give me the serenity so when we come into this, I want to finish off with this prayer, asking for God, give me the serenity to accept the things we cannot change. courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So we're going to take another deep breath in, inhaling and exhaling as you finish off the meditation. Something that I would love for you to be doing often as possible. As you inhale and exhale, breathing in and out. Letting go of all emotions. So whenever you feel someone is upsetting you or you're feeling stressed in their presence, start the meditation in the morning. Yeah. So we're going to gently rub your hands together one more time. Rub your hands together, create lots and lots of heat energy, and placing your hands on your closed eyes. And then one more time, rubbing your hands together, creating lots and lots of heat energy, placing your hands on your heart center, making sure you love everyone. Yes, love. And then one more time, rubbing your hands together, and then gently starting to release, let go. Okay. How are we going, Dinesh?
It's fine, ma'am. It's fine. Yes.
Okay. I just realized yep. Okay. So I've got a few minutes. So let me see if I can, if there's anything. Thank you. Thank you for all the beautiful. Yes. Nice. Good. So that I think that sounds good. So if there's anything else that, oh, good. So I hope so when are we in your subconscious mind? That's like I said before, we are moving into your subconscious mind when you're in your meditative state. So when you breathe in and out, and you're calming your body, calming your mind, calming everything. And you will find you're in the alpha state just before you're falling asleep, and then just before you're in like a waking state. So whatever the positive affirmation, I can go about wellness, mind, body, spirit the whole day actually. But anyway, yeah, so I think I may have answered that question anyway with my slides. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so Dr. Auxilium, so are we all good? Is there anything else that you like me to? Yeah, so I love that prayer, serenity prayer. I love it. You know, like it's about serenity, courage, and wisdom, right? Every morning you pray that, God, give me the courage to accept the things I cannot change, and the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You start off the day like that, it will flow really, really well. It'll flow really well. Thank you. That's lovely. Thank you very much. So once again, I thank everyone for this opportunity. I hope there are quite a few takeaways for you. And there are 2 new messages. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And though I can't see you in person, but I really felt your energy is beautiful. Thank you very much. And thank you so much for having me today in this. And I will pass you back on to Dr. Auxilium Anthony. And thank you so much, Dinesh, for the beautiful videos and everything that you presented. It was amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Auxilium, your mic is not working. Just check your mic. I've just unmuted everyone. I mean, sorry, those who want to unmute, they can unmute. So So thank you so much, ma'am, for spreading the energy and spreading the positivity thinking among people for the today's session. It was overwhelming response from the people, and I can see that during the stressful period of COVID, so the participants can able to relax and regenerate themselves for sure. So hope they'll go back to their respective institutions soon. So with a lot of positivity. So thank you so much for your great time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Your voice is not audible, ma'am. Your voice is not audible, Dr. Auxilium.
I think maybe it's the microphone.
Yeah, now you can try speaking. No. You can, no, you can disconnect and then you can speak. Dr. Auxilium, you can disconnect your thing and then you can just try speak. Maybe you can remove the headset. No, it's not working.
Mind, even the emotional, physical, psychologically, you have created a very good enlightenment to all the participants. Especially, you have relieved us from the stress which we were facing in this COVID era. Really, that was a very wonderful session, ma'am. No words to express, really.
Thank you so much.
Even we are happy, and I'd like to thank you for having accepted our invitation besides your busy schedule. We were actually we were awaiting for your session.
Very busy.
For, so many days. That was true. Actually, we cannot deny that. Nearly for more than 10 days, we were awaiting for your session. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful
Thank
session.
you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Dinesh.
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
Thank you
So much, ma'am.
Yeah, thank
so
you.
The
Do I have?
Yeah, tell me,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just general instructions. You just go ahead if you have anything to say. If you have anything to say, you can proceed, ma'am. Ms. Pauline.
Yeah. They're talking about PowerPoints because PowerPoints is registered. Like some of them are licensed, and because we are licensed teachers. I'll see what I can. I'll see what I can share with you. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. Sure. Thank you so much. So thank you all the participants for your passionate.
Anyway,
listen.
you will have the video, right?
Yeah. Video will be
so
online. They can.
So they can have a.
Yeah. So thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, all the participants, and looking forward to see you the afternoon session. So thank you so much, all the organizers, for hosting this session, and thank you, Auxilium College, for taking this initiative, and appreciating the college management and Department of Commerce for taking this initiative. So thank you so much. And the feedback forms has been posted in the chat box, and also it will be shared among your WhatsApp groups. So looking forward to see you in the afternoon sessions, where you can log in by around 2:45. So thank you so much. I'm just closing the session. Thank you.
Thank you.